the Middle East?
Yeah.
Do you have any updates on the proposal that was put forward? Has Hamas put forward any official response? We heard overnight in a statement some sound like downtrodden response, but then Egypt has reportedly heard some encouraging signs. What's the latest?
We have not received an official response from Hamas. Obviously, we have been in conversation with our partners in the region, especially with the government of Egypt and with the government of Qatar, and those partners have been in conversations with the political wing of Hamas. But we have not yet received an official response to the proposal that's on the table. I don't have an update on that. We have wanted to see a response as soon as possible. We think this is should be an urgent priority to get this ceasefire over the line to start to alleviate the suffering that is happening every day in Gaza. So we would hope for a response from Hamas as soon as possible, and we continue to wait.
And then can I ask on this deadly Israeli strike on a school that was housing IDPs in Gaza, what's your response to that?
So we have been in contact with the government of Israel about this strike. They have said to us essentially what they have said publicly, which is that, and this is their claim, that they were targeting 20 to 30 members of Hamas and other militant groups, that they used a precision strike to target only one part of the building without hitting areas where civilians were sheltering. At the same time, we've seen the reports on the ground. We've seen the videos from the ground. We've seen the claims that 14 children were killed in this strike. And certainly when you see, if that is accurate, that 14 children were killed, those aren't terrorists. And so the government of Israel has said that they're going to release more information about this strike, including the names of those who died in it. We expect them to be fully transparent in making that information public.
Were U.S. weapons used in this strike?
I don't have any update to that. I'd refer to the government of Israel.
And then my last question, how does this not cross the red line that the president laid out, several weeks ago? This is the second incident in less than 2 weeks where we've seen a pretty large civilian toll on what was supposed to be a precision strike.
So with respect to the policy that the president announced, he was speaking specifically to a large-scale operation in Rafah, and we have not yet seen a large-scale operation conducted in Rafah. That said, we have seen strikes that put civilians in danger well before the president said that, and we have made clear to the government of Israel that we expect them to do everything that they can to minimize civilian harm. We've been through this before. It applies in this situation too. It is a difficult situation if it is true that you have this site where Hamas is hiding inside a school, other militants are hiding inside a school. Those individuals are legitimate targets, but at the same time, they're embedded near civilians. Israel has a right to try and target those civilians, but they also have the obligation to minimize civilian harm and take every step possible to minimize civilian harm. So that's why we were pressing the government of Israel and the IDF to be completely transparent about what happened here. We want to know the facts as much as anyone.
Have they taken every step possible?
والله قال قدر الله ليس نحن قدريين ولا جبريين نحن نؤمن بالله حق اليقين نتوكل على الله لكن هذا إيقاف النزيف يجب أن يستمر أنا في بيتي بصي في البيت راحت بنتي إن شاء الله بنتي كويسة راح أخوي 40 سنة زهر الشباب وراح نسيبي دكتور صيدلي